In this video, I'm going to show you how to create two versions of this cable and ladder design. Begin transferring in the very center. I will transfer one stitch on either side of the two center stitches. By beginning transferring stitches in the very center, you ensure that your design is perfectly centered on your machine and it's less likely that you're going to make mistakes. Count 6 stitches from the needle that you just emptied and transfer the next one. Skip 2 and transfer another one. Again, count 6 stitches and transfer the next one. We'll repeat the same on the other side. Count 6, transfer the next one, skip 2, count 6, so what we will end up having now is 6 stitches in work, 1 out of work and 2 in work across the entire bed. Make sure that you're leaving the needles that you just emptied all the way to the back so you can form ladders this way and knit one row. After knitting this one row, we will be transferring another stitch so that we have only 4 stitches here instead of 6. So we're grabbing the stitches at the very edge. And we will do that for all the 6 stitches sections. After completing this transfer, we will have 2 needles in work with 2 out of work, and then 4 in work, 2 out of work, 2 in work across the entire bed. After completing this transfer, we will be knitting 4 rows. Again, we will make sure that we will be leaving those needles that we just emptied all the way to the back to form a 2 needle ladder. Using two prong tools, we will be forming a 2x2 cable with the 4 stitches that we have in work. It is up to you in which direction you choose to cross the stitches. For me, the most comfortable is to do a left cross cable, so I'm going to do just that. And we will repeat that for all the 4 stitches sections. Pull the needles all the way out. And you can do that for the 2 stitches in between as well, just to ensure that you don't have any accidents, and knit 6 rows. The needles that we have emptied before, those will still stay out of work for these rows. Form another cable, just like we did before. Pull the needles all the way out. And knit 4 more rows. The next step is to do a transfer, so that instead of 2 stitches in work here, we want to have 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer 1 stitch from the 4 needle section. I'm going to transfer it right here, and I'm going to go over 2 stitches like so. We'll repeat the same on the other side. So you can see now we have 4 stitches here. We'll repeat that for all the 2 stitches sections. So everywhere we had 2 stitches, we will now have 4, and where we had 4, we will have 2. I'm ensuring that the needles that need to be all the way to the back stay at the back, and I will knit 4 rows. And the repeat continues like we did before. We will form a 2x2 cable with the 4 stitches sections. We'll pull the needles all the way out. And I'll knit 6 rows. So we will alternate between knitting 4 and 6 rows. Form another 2x2 cable. Pull the needles all the way out and knit 4 rows. So we have now completed 1 repeat of the pattern. To start a new repeat, all we have to do is transfer stitches again. So where we have 2 stitches, we will add 1 extra stitch, and then we'll have 4. And then again, we will continue with another cable here, and so on for however many repeats you want to create. And whenever you're finished, and let's say you want to get rid of these leathers and cast off your sample, what you can do is to just grab the purl bar from, let's say, these 2 stitches here. And we'll form a new stitch on the empty needles. Knit 1, and we can repeat that again, and after this we will not have any more needles without a stitch. to produce a different variation of this stitch, you can transfer just like I did before. We're transferring to have 2 needles in work, 2 out of work, 4 in work across. We will form the cable just like we did before. And instead of knitting 6 rows, we will be knitting only 4. And instead of doing the next cable, we will transfer just like we did after we completed the second cable. So I'm just transferring to have 4 stitches where I had 2 and 2 where I had 4. I will knit 4. And again form a cable with the 4 stitches sections. Pull the needles out and knit 4 rows. And we have completed 1 repeat of the pattern. So the repeat is a little bit shorter and we still create those diamond shapes, but we're only doing 1 cable instead of 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and I will see you in my next one.